evening, madam. My name is Steven Sarunan. My metric number 10DE 19F 1024. Today I would like to present about a mini project, PCB etching process. While making PCBs, a layer of copper is added on the substrate. Sometimes both the sides of the substrate are covered with copper layers. PCB etching process is carried out to get rid of the excessive copper, and only the required copper traces are left behind after the etching process. The etching process can be carried out in a number of ways. However, the most commonly used method for etching is by using hydraulic acid or ferric chloride. Both the chemicals are plentiful and economical. The main purpose of the PCB etching process is to trace the circuit design on a copper plate. To do this, there are several steps that you need to follow, which are the follows. Step 1. The first step of the etching process is designing the circuit. Using the software of your choice, once the design is ready, slip it and then get it printed. On the transfer paper, print the circuit design. Make sure that the design is printed on the shine side of the paper. Step 3. Now take the copper plate and rub sandpaper on it. It will make the surface of copper rough and thus help it to hold the design eventually. There are certain points to remember. Step 3 till the last step. Use safety glove with handling copper plate and etching solution. This will prevent the oil from hands getting transferred to copper plate and will also protect your hands from the solution or chemical. When you are sanding the copper plate, make sure you do it properly, especially at the edge of the plate. Step 4. Now wash the plate by some rubbing alcohol and water so that any small particles of copper that can get removed from the surface during sanding are washed off. Allow the plate to dry after washing. Step 5. Cut the printed design properly and place them on the copper plate facing down. Step 6. The copper plate is now passed through the laminator several times until the plate gets heated. Step 7. Take the plate out from the laminator after it is hot and hold it in a cold bath. Aggregate the plate so that all the paper comes off the floats of the water. You will see the traced circuit in black on the copper plate. Step 8. Now take the board out of the bath and place it in the etching solution. Aggregate the copper plate for around 30 minutes. Ensure that all the copper around the design is dissolved. Step 9. Take out the copper plate and wash it in the water bath again. Keep it to dry. Once it has dried completely, you can use rubbing alcohol to remove the link transfer to the printed circuit board. Step 10. This completes the etching process of the printed circuit board. You can now drill the hole using copper tool with the required drill bit size. This one video about etching process. This is example only, madam. So this is our print one. We print out and measure the board. Then we need to cut the board. After we printed by using the iron, or after it paste, we need to rub these things like this. Then we need to cool down our board. Then lastly we need to drill the holes. This is about the etching process. Next is process PCB soldering. Prepare your iron. Step 1. Prepare your iron. Before you can use an iron to solder, you will want to complete a process knowing thinning. Step 2. Prepare your surface. The key to a good soldering job is to start with a clean surface. Step 3. Place the components. Step 4. Apply some heat. Step 5. Add solder to the joint. Step 6. Finish up. So this is example pictures of the soldering. This is after soldering. After soldering, the component all set up in the PCB board like this. This is video for how we want to soldering a component to the PCB board. Some solder we need the power, but some of them we don't need the power. We can use by direct current. Use adhesive tape to hold the component. Then we need to solder our component on the PCB board. The solder doesn't stick. Try to fit the solder a couple of times. We don't need to stick another solder to another solder, then the component doesn't work. So this is about the soldering, and this is schematic diagram of my PCB layout. I will do this schematic diagram inside the Proteus 8. Then I arrange the PCB layout. That's all, man. Thank you.